Introduction. Read this. When life starts pushing you around, there will be seasons when it feels like the world is loud, unfair, and constantly pulling you out of yourself. Opinions fly, demands pile up, pressure builds, and somewhere along the way, you stop feeling like the one steering your own life. Here's the promise: you can get that power back. Not by crushing the world, but by mastering your response to it. Not by arguing, posting, or pleading, but by becoming so steady, so internally governed that chaos loses its leverage. This is a complete practical guide to acting unbothered and unbreakable. You'll learn 12 Stoic habits that restore your calm, sharpen your mind, and return real control to your hands. These are not abstract ideas. They're daily behaviors, phrases, and tiny rituals you will use in the exact moments you need them. When someone disrespects you, when anxiety hits, when you overthink, when your motivation fades, when life doesn't go your way. Read to the end. For a simple 10-minute daily ritual, a 7-day integration plan, and word-for-word boundary scripts to protect your time and energy without creating drama. Begin now. You are stronger than you think and closer than you realize. 1. Act unbothered the Stoic way. The power of clean separation. Acting unbothered is not suppressing emotion or pretending not to care. It's the skill of clean separation, separating what's happening from what you tell yourself about it. An event occurs. The mind rushes in. With a story, guard the tiny gap between both. In that gap, choose who you want to be. Practical application. Name it cleanly. Here is a delay. Here is criticism. Here is a boundary request. Remove adjectives, remove forecasts, remove self-attack. Add one stabilizing sentence. This is not personal. Or, I can handle this. Or, my response is my power. Act from principle, not from impulse. Ask, which response keeps my dignity intact? Then do that. Micro habit. When something triggers you, say in your mind, event, story. Breathe once. Choose action that reflects your standards, not your stress. Over time, this becomes automatic, and what once hooked you simply slides past. 2. The dichotomy of control. Reclaim 80% of your peace in 10 seconds. Everything in life falls into 2 categories: what you control and what you don't. The Stoic move is to redirect energy to the former, consistently and without drama. Use the 3-lane version. Control your thoughts, focus, effort, speech, choices, attention. Influence, requests you make, information you share, standards you set. Accept other people's opinions, timing, outcomes, past events, weather, randomness. 10-second filter. Use this phrase. Do I control this? If yes, act. If influence, communicate once, then let it breathe. If accept, release the tight grip and redirect your attention to something useful and present. Daily drill. Write 1 sentence each morning. Today, I will stop burning energy on Udram, then immediately write, I will invest my energy into Dao. Finish those sentences with real specifics. Repeat for 7 days. Watch your stress profile change. 3. Guard your energy. Boundaries without fighting. People don't take your energy. You trade it, often unconsciously, for approval, comfort, or avoidance. Boundaries are not confrontations. They are decisions, communicated calmly, enforced quietly, and repeated consistently. The 3 layers of a boundary. Internal decision. I will not sacrifice sleep for last-minute requests. I will not debate my worth. Simple statement, I'm not available for that. I don't discuss this topic. Here's what I can do. Consequence, only if needed. If this continues, I'll step away. Word-for-word scripts. I can't do that, but here's what I can do. That doesn't work for me. I need to end this conversation here. Let's revisit once we're both calm. I prefer to keep this part of my life private. Remember, boundaries become effortless when your decisions are clear. Say less, repeat calmly, enforce with action, not argument. 4. Master the pause, the 90-second reset. Emotion surges happen. The body dumps chemicals, the mind lights up. This wave is often shorter than you think. The skill is to survive the first 90 seconds without feeding the fire. How to do it? Breath anchor. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 6, hold 2. Repeat 5 times. Keep shoulders relaxed, jaw soft, gaze steady. One sentence to I don't respond from a surge. Movement. Break. Stand. Roll your shoulders. Step outside for 2 minutes. Drink water slowly. Behavior rule. No texts, no emails, no decisions while flooded. Draft in notes if you must. Sit on it for an hour, then send a cleaner version. This one rule will save relationships, careers, and self-respect. 5. Premeditatio malorum. Fear-proof. Your mind in advance. Anxiety grows in the unknown. The Stoic way is to preview potential obstacles ahead of time, calmly and constructively, so your nervous system recognizes them when they appear. 3-step preview. List likely hurdles for tomorrow. Delays, cancellations, criticism, temptation to scroll, fatigue at 3 p.m. Write a default response for each. If the meeting is late, I read 3 pages. If criticized, I ask 1 clarifying question. Visualize yourself executing your plan without drama, voice calm, shoulders down. Do this in 3 minutes each night. When the moment comes, you'll feel déjà vu in the best way, not panic, but readiness. 6. Voluntary discomfort. Train your nervous system to stop overreacting. Comfort is wonderful, but constant comfort makes the nervous system fragile. Practicing small, chosen difficulties teaches your brain, I can handle more than I think. Choose one daily. Cold rinse for 30 to 60 seconds at the end of a shower. Delay morning phone check by 30 minutes. Take the stairs. Walk the last stop home. Work in focused silence for 25 minutes without switching. Skip the extra sugar, have water first. Sit with a craving for 5 minutes before deciding. The key is not heroics, it's consistency. Small, deliberate discomforts build a quiet toughness. The world feels lighter because you've already lifted something heavier on purpose. 7. Journal like a Stoic. Clear your head, sharpen your aim. Journaling is not about beautiful pages. It's a tool to think clearly and live deliberately. 2 short pages a day can restructure your mind. Morning page. 3 prompts, 2 minutes each. What matters most today? Top 1-3 outcomes, not tasks. What could get in the way? Name obstacles, pre-plan responses. Who do I choose to be? 1 sentence of identity. Calm problem solver. Patient and precise. Evening page, 3 prompts, 2 minutes each. What did I do well? Name wins, however small. Where did I slip? Name it without drama. Write 1 better response. What did I learn? Extract a principle you can reuse. Keep it fast, honest, and practical. Your pages are not for performance, they are for power. 8. Own your mornings. Stop starting the day in other people's lives. How you start shapes how you continue. If the first touch of your day is a screen, you begin by reacting to other people's priorities. Change the first 30 minutes and change the tone of the whole day. A simple, rock-solid morning frame. Water and posture. Drink a glass, stand tall, shoulders back. Breathe. 3 slow cycles of 4, 4, 6, 2 to claim your nervous system. Move. 5 to 10 minutes of light movement, stretch, or a brisk walk. Think. 1 page of journaling. See Habit 7. Decide, define the 1 meaningful outcome for the day. Digital rule, no phones until after the above. If this feels impossible, it's a sign the rule is necessary. Protect the first minutes of consciousness. They are the most valuable real estate of the day. 9. Amor fati. Fall in love with reality. Resisting what already is burns energy and breeds bitterness. Amor fati is not passive acceptance. It is alliance with reality. It says, "This is here. I will work with it so well that it becomes part of my advantage." Practice. When something unwanted happens, say, "Good. Training." Then immediately ask, "What does this make possible?" Maybe it forces focus, builds patience, creates a pivot, reveals who is dependable, or teaches a critical skill. Repeat this until your brain learns to search for leverage automatically. You will stop wasting time wishing the past were different and start building with the wood in front of you. 10. The inner citadel. Create a quiet place no one can touch. The world can be loud. Your inner room can be quiet. The inner citadel is a felt state of groundedness you can step into at will. Build it intentionally. How to craft it. Anchor sentence. Choose one. I am the place calm comes from. Nothing external can make me act small. Physical trigger. Touch thumb to index finger. Exhale slowly through the nose. Relax your jaw. Mental image. A clear horizon, a steady flame, a silent room with a single chair. Use this triad whenever you need to reset. Over time, simply touching your anchor trigger returns you to center in seconds. 11. Speak less, mean more. Strategic silence and clean speech. Stoic speech is economical. No mudslinging, no gossip, no spirals. Say what you mean, only when necessary, as simply as possible. Rules of clean speech. Never explain your worth. Demonstrate it. Avoid defending against vague critiques. Ask, what specifically do you mean? Replace promises with evidence. Say, I'll send you the draft by 5, then send it. If a conversation escalates, reduce intensity by lowering volume and slowing pace. If needed, exit. Let's continue when we can be constructive. Power move. Silence is not withdrawal. It's composure. Use it to refuse bait, to let others reveal themselves, and to keep your center intact. When you do speak, your words will carry weight. 12. Live by clear values. Integrity is a daily practice. Control returns when values decide your actions. Choose 3 and make them visible. Examples: courage, honesty, discipline, kindness, precision, patience, self-respect, service. Daily alignment. Morning. How does courage, honesty, discipline show up today? Midday check. Am I still within my values? Adjust if needed. Evening audit. Where did my values lead the way? Where did I drift? What's the correction for tomorrow? When values lead, decisions speed up. Anxiety decreases and confidence rises. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent enough to trust yourself. The Stoic Response Library. Phrases that keep your power. Use these exact lines to protect your time, energy, and dignity. I'm not available for that, but here's what I can do. I don't discuss this topic. Let's stick to facts and next steps. I'm going to pause here. We can revisit when it's productive. No, thank you. That timeline doesn't work. Here's a realistic alternative. I prefer we keep this professional. I hear your view. Here's my decision. I won't be able to continue if this tone continues. I'll think about it and get back to you by tomorrow. Deliver them calmly. Do not over-explain. Set the tone and keep it. The 10-minute daily ritual. Anchor your day. Use this sequence every day. 10 minutes total. No excuses necessary. Minute 1. Water, posture, reset. Minute 2. Breathe. 4, 4, 6, 2, twice. Choose one anchor sentence. Minutes 3 to 5. Journal. What matters most? What could get in the way? Who do I choose to be? Minutes 6 to 8. Move. Light stretches or 10 push-ups and 10 air squats. Repeat. Minutes 9 to 10. Decide the one meaningful outcome. Visualize yourself completing it cleanly. Phone on, do not disturb until you start. This ritual is your floor, not your ceiling. On tough days, do only this. On great days, stack more. The power is in consistency. The Stoic decision. Filter. Never waste a day again before. Saying yes, pass it through. Is this aligned with my top values? Does it move my one meaningful outcome? What is the true cost in time, energy, and focus? What will I say no to in order to say yes to this? If it fails the filter, the answer is no. If it passes with a cost, negotiate scope and timing. Make your yes small and precise. Make your no clean and calm. 7-day integration plan. Start small, win daily. Day 1, morning ownership. No phone for 30 minutes after waking. Do the 10-minute ritual. Write the one meaningful outcome and complete it before noon. Day 2, the pause. Practice the 90-second reset twice on minor triggers. Speak less. Ask one clarifying question instead of defending. Day 3, boundaries. Use one boundary script today. Say no to one misaligned request without apology or excuse. Day 4, premeditatio malorum. In the evening, preview 3 obstacles for tomorrow and decide responses. Set materials for your morning in advance. Clothes, water, journal. Day 5, voluntary discomfort. Choose one small discomfort, cold rinse, stairs, or 25-minute deep work block. Journal what you learned about your capacity. Day 6, values in action. Pick 3 values and write them at the top of your page. At midday, ask, am I within my values? Adjust one behavior. Day 7, silence and speech. Remove gossip and complaint for the entire day. End the week with an evening audit. Wins, slips, lessons. Decide one upgrade for next week. Repeat the cycle. Increment small improvements. The aim is not intensity, it's identity. Becoming the person who does the right things, calmly, repeatedly. How to handle disrespect without losing your center. When faced with disrespect, the ego wants revenge, the Stoic wants control. Use this sequence. Step 1. Name it neutrally. That was a disrespectful remark. Step 2. Anchor your breath. Keep your tone low and slow. Step 3. Set a boundary. We can continue if we keep it respectful. If it continues, I'm stepping away now. Step 4. Document facts if needed. Decide next steps later when calm. Step 5. Move your body afterward to release the residue. Never explain your worth. Never argue your identity. Set the standard once. Enforce with action and walk. Stop overthinking, the Stoic loop breaker. Overthinking is under-deciding dressed as productivity. Break the loop with this 3-part rule. Time box. Give the decision 20 minutes of focused analysis. Define sufficiency. List 3. Must-haves, 3 nice-to-haves. Decide when the must-haves are satisfied. Commit, choose, set next action, review in 2 weeks. Write, perfect is a trap. Good plus consistent beats perfect plus delayed. Then execute. When anxiety hits, ground yourself in 120 seconds. Use this 4-step micro protocol. 30's breath, 4, 4, 6, 2 cycle. 30's senses. Name 5 things you see, 4 you feel, 3 you hear, 2 you smell, 1 you taste. 30's posture. Shoulders back, lift your sternum slightly, relax your jaw. Half smile. 30's intent. Whisper one sentence, I can do the next right thing. Then do one tiny action that builds momentum. Send the email, wash the cup, write the first sentence, stand and walk. Action quiets chaos. Replace reactivity with rituals. Automate your best self. Identify your top 3 triggers and assign each a ritual. Trigger: criticism from someone you respect. Ritual: one clarifying question, one slow sip of water. Ask for time to reflect. Trigger: afternoon slump. Ritual: 5-minute walk, water, 1 page of reading, 25-minute focus block. Trigger: social media pull. Ritual: phone to another room, 10 push-ups, open your work document, timer 10 minutes. Rituals are pre-decisions. They reduce drama, conserve willpower, and keep you moving. Leadership: the Stoic way. Calm, clear, consistent. Whether you lead a team, a family, or your own day, Stoic leadership looks like this. Calm under pressure. The room breathes easier when you speak. Clear expectations. You state what good looks like and by when. Consistent standards. You praise quietly, you correct cleanly, you model the behavior you want. One meeting rule. Frame every meeting with purpose and end with next steps, owners and deadlines. Fewer words, better outcomes. Relationships without drama. Connect stronger by needing less approval. Attachment to approval weakens connection. Self-respect strengthens it. Practice. Approve yourself first each morning. Write one sentence. Today I respect myself by Hugo. Offer clean praise. What you did there was precise and generous. No strings attached. Request clearly, I'd appreciate it if we could decide this by Friday. Protect your center, and your relationships will feel safer for everyone involved. Build a life you don't need to escape. Systems over willpower. One of the most stoic moves is designing your environment so the right thing is the easy thing. Remove friction. Keep your journal and pen where you sit each morning. Put your workout shoes by the door. Add triggers, calendar blocks for deep work, do not disturb as default, water bottle on your desk. Limit temptations, uninstall one app for a week, or keep it off your home screen. Put snacks out of sight, keep fruit in sight. Willpower gets you started, systems keep you going. Build the scaffolding for who you want to be. The Stoic checklist. Carry this in your pocket. Did I own my morning? Did I act from values, not moods? Did I speak only when useful? Did I set one boundary calmly? Did I do one hard thing on purpose? Did I complete the one meaningful outcome? Did I audit my evening without drama? If you hit 5 out of 7 on most days, watch your life compound quickly. Your identity shift. Say this out loud. I am the kind of person who starts calm, chooses clean action, and finishes what matters. I do not argue about my worth. I do not chase what I can't control. I create momentum with small, solid moves every day. Say it daily, for 30 days. Then add, and I hold my standards with a quiet smile. Closing. Walk out of this page with your power intact. You do not need permission to be steady. You do not need the world to be fair to be formidable. You need a few clear values, a handful of small daily rituals, and the humility to repeat them on boring days. That is Stoicism in practice. Perception cleaned up, action organized, will strengthened. Today, choose 3 things. Do the 10-minute ritual. Use one boundary. Script. Complete one meaningful outcome before noon. Act unbothered because your mind is trained, not numb. Become unbreakable because your actions are aligned, not loud. You're not trying to control the world, only what's always been yours, your focus, your choices, and the standard you live by. That's more than enough to change everything. Appendix. Quick reference cards. Daily ritual. 10 minutes. Water, posture, breath, journal, move, decide. Boundary scripts. That doesn't work for me. Here's what I can do. We'll continue when the tone is respectful. Emotion, reset. 90-second pause. Breath, 4, 4, 6, 2. No decisions while flooded. Values, pick 3. Morning intention, midday check, evening audit. Decision filter. Values, outcome, cost, trade-off. 7-day cycle. Day 1, morning ownership. Day 2, the pause. Day 3, boundaries. Day 4, preview obstacles. Day 5, voluntary discomfort. Day 6, values in action. Day 7, silence and audit. Carry these, use them, and rebuild your days from the inside out. Calm is not an accident, it's a practice. Power is not volume, it's alignment. Start now.